So there's a new action movie out this weekend with our boy Jason Statham, the new action hero of the 21st century. He's like a mix of Arnold and Bruce Willis. Arnold with the puns, Bruce Willis with the bald head. Hey, this is directed by David Ayer, who's done movies like End of Watch, Fury with Brad Pitt. Yeah, he worked with Arnold on that movie Sabotage. He did the first Suicide Squad, where I do not blame him, because we all know his cut was never put out there. And he wrote Training Day. But today's movie we are talking about, The Beekeeper. Is a new action film. David Ayer wrote it and directed it. He did not write it. Kurt Wimmer wrote it. David Ayer directed it. And let's talk about it. Positives. Jason Statham. Like I said, he is the new action hero of the 21st century. Some of his movies land, like Wrath of Man, back in 2021. And then there's some like the Expendables movies that just do not. But in here, he is a total badass. The action scenes are great. He also doesn't get that much dialogue, and what it is like one-liners, and it works. You know, this is a, no pun intended, a B action movie. It works. You know, you have those one-liners like, to be or not to be. That is actually in the movie. I mean, once again, this movie feels like those 80s and 90s action movies that I myself grew up watching, especially the ones in the 90s. My dad was a huge Arnold fan, so like I said before, action movies were on all the time, especially on Sundays. It's an easy story to tell. Someone who Jason Statham knows gets killed, someone screws her over, he goes on a revenge spree to get the bad guys. Simple as that. But where this movie does, it adds some interesting context and some, I want to say, right-wing political messages in there that I thought were very interesting and very timely. Very timely with the president we have in the White House right now. Beautiful stuff in there, and just the message of, once again, the rich people, political people, taking from the poor, the middle class, the people that really work for their money. I mean, I thought that was very interesting, and it added a little something than just the average action movie. Another highlight in this movie is Josh Hutcherson. He actually is kind of like the bad guy in this movie. Even though we do get Jeremy Irons in here. Hans Gruber's brother. I wonder if he knows, Bruce Willis, Hans Gruber. I thought Jeremy Irons was actually going to be the main bad guy in this movie. He actually isn't. That was a nice shock. But it's actually Josh Hutcherson. And let me tell you, Josh Hutcherson, he's no more Little Peanut from Hunger Games. Between Five Nights at Freddy's last October and now this movie where he's like the bad guy, he's come a long way. I like him in there. He's a real douchebag. He's a really douche. They call him the douche. He's like that new, Gen Z, my mommy's rich and, I got all this money, I can do all this bad shit and no one's gonna find out. Well, Jason Statham does. And I like Josh Hutcherson here. Once again, it's something different from him. It's something new. And he works in the movie. The action is great. There's a lot of action. There's a scene in his, garage or house that he's staying in. There's a scene in a building. There's action in the third act at this, little party island. There's a lot of action. There's a great hallway fight scene in here in the third act. So if you're looking for an action movie, this is it. Like I said, then you got little zingers, little quotes um, that work in here. Um, Also, you can also tell this is trying to be a John Wick movie at the same time. Because you learn about this beekeeper works for a secret organization that nobody knows about. And, there's all these different people that are assassins, like him. Very John Wick. Or the other, Nobody, with Bob Odenkirk. You can see where all of these movies seem to have this new generation, or this new way of action movies. There's a secret organization that these people work for that nobody knows about. Negatives with this movie. Like the Jeremy Irons, I thought was going to be the bad guy. I liked that, but then I was like, I wanted more of Jeremy Irons. Like I said, you got Hans Gruber's brother. You got Scar. I wanted more of him. Minnie Driver is in this movie. And I thought she was also going to play a bigger role in the movie. And she doesn't. I mean, it was almost kind of like a waste of a character, I thought. But really, I mean, other than that, I mean, once again, if you grew up in the 80s and 90s action movies, what you go in with those expectations, that's what this is a B-action movie. I mean, this is a little bit higher than just the average B. A, B. It's only about an hour and 45 minutes, and probably before credits, it's even like an hour and 39. So once again, a nice, perfect runtime, just like those 80s and 90s action movies of those time periods. It's fun and action-packed. You got great Jason Statham being a badass. I like Josh Hutcherson here, David Ayer. I thought he directed it really well for an action film. But I'm going to have that little political right-wing little zingers in there. Like, yep, they went there. And I like it. Easily give this like a 4 or 5 for an action movie. Which is a straight up knuckles brawl, quick little whip clips, cheesy ones, but still fun. Yeah, I thought this was fun. I thought it was a fun action movie. And this is a movie, like I said, you take like the first John Wick, Nobody, and now the Beekeeper. You invite some friends over, or whatever, your buddies. You can have a fun night with those 3 movies. Yeah. So if you're a fan of John Wick, if you're a fan of Nobody, I think you'll dig this. So once again, Matt the Matt here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know, leave a comment. Did you see the Beekeeper? Was it a B or higher for you?